finish.
Nice.
You also know it's a tight game.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. So here's Miami's starting group. We've got Butler. Bam Adebayo is out there with John Collins. Then there's Terry Rozier, and it's Van Vliet in at the 1 spot. And for the Rockets, they've got Wendell Carter. Whitmore is out there with Smith. Then there's Jalen Green, and it's Thompson in at the shooting guard position. It is still early in the season, Greg. We'd like to think we have teams figured out, but do we really?
Not at all, Kevin. This is the time period where fan bases freak out because of records. There's still a lot of identity to be found with every team.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. Green against Van Vliet. Floats it up for Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
Wonderful play. With that long wingspan and huge hands, Adebayo catches and finishes with ease.
Thompson inside, Rozier defending, and the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Houston shoot their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Line for 2. Thompson.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. And it's Miami's ball. Now here's Van Vliet, coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. Green with the ball. Butler covering. Whitmore. And Whitmore throws it down.
A whole selfless play right there from Green. He's all about getting it to the open man.
Left side, Butler. Over Whitmore. Green with the rebound.
That was the best he could do. Just fade a little bit, try and get a clean look, but the defense was right on him.
And Thompson gets it to go.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get your better score, some easy looks so they can start to establish themselves.
There's the pass to Rozier. Offline with his 3.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. He never gave up and challenged the deep.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
Here's Butler. Following the basket by Jabari Smith. Looking to end the run. Butler, no good.
And maybe it's the adrenaline talking, but they're 1 for 4 to start this game. Need to settle down.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Now, here's Rozier. Right side, Collins. Here's Adebayo.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
Here's Thompson.
And recently, Smitty, we've seen Bam Adebayo step it up on the offensive end.
Greg is always excited to see a great player take it to another level. He's obviously even more comfortable than ever attacking the hoop.
From deep. Good on the triple. Thompson's got 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Up there for Collins. It's stolen by Smith. Inside. And then Carter with the jam.
We're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Now here's Butler. Outside Collins. On the wing, Rozier. Kicks it out to Collins. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
That's the guy you want to set up. Collins has brought in his arsenal. That time, getting it done with the catch and shoot.
Here's Thompson. 6 points for him. Here's Whitmore. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Here's Van Vliet. And the layup's good off the glass.
What agility from Fred Van Vliet in the paint, zipping around the defense.
And Thompson gets it to go. 8 points for him.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Van Vliet looking around. And Smitty taking a look at John Collins here. A big man with considerable versatility.
He's a talented big for sure, Kevin. I'd like to see him become a little more consistent from the outside. If he's able to do this, he could be really dangerous.
He misses the free throw.
You know, he was considered to be just a piece of the puzzle when he was drafted. John Collins now a cornerstone for this franchise.
And the second free throw, good. Rockets leading by 7. Now Green. He has yet to score. Pass to Whitmore. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Butler. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
A joy to watch Butler with his ball handling. A lot of creativity. He's one of the most gifted players in the game.
Van Vliet against Green. Smith on the wing. Shot clock at 6. The D bit on that pass fake, and that freed him up. Smith's got his second bucket of the night.
Bringing back the mid-range, Jabari Smith Jr.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
A moment to check out the numbers for Fred Van Vliet. Last season's performance for him, 8th in steals, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And like a thief in the night, he will pick your pocket clean. Top 10 in steals, as you said last year, always a threat to cause a turnover. And Thompson sends it back. Rozier finds Adebayo. The Rockets pull it in. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
I love the communication, love the hustle. They came up with big stops all night.
Now here's Van Vliet. Passes it to Adebayo. Green with the rebound.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Van Vliet passes to Adebayo. Kicks it to Collins. And the rejection by Smith.
And staying connected to the shooter, Smith has elite defensive tools.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Van Vliet picks one up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
It's all about pace for me. They have set the tone in that area, and they are playing fast, flying up the floor and putting all kinds of pressure on the defense.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
The free throw drops for Smith.
Second overall pick in 2022. Smith, instead of trying to take the league by storm, he was looking for ways to fit in within the system. And that's what coaches love about players like him.
Smith hits them both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Rozier for 3. Carries it from three-point range.
And this is why Rozier's out there. He knows he has the trust of his teammates to take that shot.
Pass to Green. It's deflected, and as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Here's Green. 23 points for him the last game against Sacramento. So Rozier will bring it up for the Miami Heat. It's a 10-point game. Takes the 13-footer and the rejection by Smith.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Now, Hero, scoreless thus far. Count that one.
That's an easy shot for Hero. Very comfortable facing up from any spot on the floor.
Here's Thompson. And Davis pulls it down.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Kessler, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal.
You know, Greg, one place you really see Walker Kessler making his presence felt is on the defensive end.
And, boy, he has got a nose for blocks, doesn't he? I mean, able to detect shots forming and get a hand on the ball. It is such a gift that allows this guy to make such a big difference on that side of the ball.
That free throw missing for the Rockets. Bryant comes in for Thompson, and it's Harper in for Jalen Green. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. We've seen players criticized for skipping their media obligations after tough losses, Greg. How egregious is that in your opinion?
Well, you know, they say the true test of character is how you respond to when things aren't going your way. So, for me, it's important to be accountable in those tough moments.
We just love how reliable he is night in and night out. His offense is there.
Outside Bryant. Outside Harper. Jacks up a 3. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Ball stolen. There's the three. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And there's the pass to Davis. Knocked away. And stolen by Eason. Harper against Rozier. Smith, the pass to Eason. Got a piece of it.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Rozier looking around. That three off the mark. Rockets leading by 14. And Bryant kicks to Harper. The high post shot. Rebound by the Heat.
2 minutes
coming off that win against Philadelphia.
2 minutes.
Really
2 minutes
consistent
remaining.
with their aggression.
2 minutes.
In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
A couple things stood out for me. They were relentless, and they also played under control. That's a deadly combination.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Eason. Boozer, he's checked in for Jabari Smith.
Boozer.
And there's a minute 45 left here in the first quarter.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Harper, the pass to Eason. He kicks it to Bryant. Houston moving it around. Here's Boozer. And a miss there on the triple. The Heat trail by 12. Davis, the pass to Rozier. Here's Kessler. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Davis. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Shot clock at 2. Hero, that's a two-pointer.
And guys, still early, but I'd like to see them crash the offensive glass.
Bryant's shot is off. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Miami. Down by 12. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Davis. Rockets leading by 10. Here's Harper, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Defensive foul.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
The Rockets shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Terry Rozier.
Harper, 1 shot.
One shot.
And that one falls for Harper. The Heat trail by 13. 36 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And they call an illegal screen here.
They need to start taking care of the basketball. Careless play since the opening tip. And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Another miss by Houston.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
To the middle. Bryant against Hero. And Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Outside Harper. Here's Bryant. And that one released in time, but no good.
Harassing defensively, Tyler Hero is a competitor who doesn't let his motor go cold.
And so it's the Houston Rockets. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
Here's Green. So with Smith sitting on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Carter out there with Boozer. Then there's Whitmore. And it's Green. And it's Thompson in at the shooting guard. And it's Green missing.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Van Vliet finds Collins. Outside Butler. Pass to Davis. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Davis has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Miami. Passes to Carter. Now Whitmore. Thompson surveying the floor. 6 to shoot from past the arc. Here's Carter. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Right there, Carter using his instincts and motor to track down the miss and convert into second chance points.
Van Vliet passes to Adebayo. And it's sent back by Carter. Fires the 3. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
And looking now at the numbers for Thompson. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 15 points a game last season. 6 assists and 5 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
It's not the monster game that we see for him occasionally, but it's still incredibly impressive.
Outside Butler. Poke loose. Here's Carter. And he uses the glass on the lane. Carter's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And finished off by Collins.
Beautiful catch and flush by Collins. A high flyer who attacks the rim with purpose.
Boozer, and Boozer throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Van Vliet passes to Butler. Thompson outside. Here in the second quarter, we played a little over 2.5 minutes.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well. Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
Good work there as it goes. Thompson's got 12 in the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Now here's Davis. Here's Adebayo. That one good for 2. He has 6.
A tireless worker. You don't have to call plays for Adebayo for him to score.
Thompson outside. Pass to Boozer. Over Collins. Boozer, no good. The Heat trail by 16. And here is Van Vliet. The pass to Adebayo. Over Whitmore. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Thompson, and Thompson slams it home.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Now here's Butler. He's coming off a 16-point game against Philadelphia.
And he wreaked havoc on defense with 4 steals for the game.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
Green against Van Vliet. Trying to get open is Carter. And Green with the basket on the assist by Thompson.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Van Vliet outside. Butler dishes to Davis. And Thompson sends it back to the inside. And it's Green with the jam.
Look at Green just taking off and throwing it down right in the face of the defense.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy Butler made some headlines a while back when he said he wished the NBA would allow more of the scrapping we saw in decades past. So would I. He says that would suit his game, though. Jimmy said, I want to run into people and see who falls down first, who's going to quit first. That's the style of basketball I like to play. Kevin?
Yep, you're right. And it shows, D.A. It shows. Thank you so much. Adebayo kicks to Butler. The 3 from Davis. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. Yeah, head to the line for 3 free throws. That one on Thompson. And we hear so much about young players and veteran players, Steve, but when do you feel a player becomes a veteran? Is it after a year, 2, 3? Like, in your opinion, what is it?
You know, Kevin, it differs for a lot of different reasons, but I think for myself, when you get that second contract, you feel like you belong in the league. I think when you get over 7 years in the league, that's kind of cut off to be 7 years or more, you're definitely a vet.
Rozier, he's checked in for Miami. And he sinks the second. And he makes all 3.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
There's Green with the 3. Collins grabs the miss. The Heat trail by 13. Thompson against Butler. Kicks it to Collins from downtown. The offensive rebound. And that one's good by Butler. Butler's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Jimmy Butler doesn't need a play call for him to make an impact. He's willing to do the dirty work.
Here's Green. He's got 8. Whitmore with it. Rocket 6. And he drives in. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Drops one in from the wing. Smith's got his third bucket of the night. Miami's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Adebayo passes to Collins. And here is Rozier. Butler on the wing. To the paint. Outside for Davis. From the arc. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Collins.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
The dish to Thompson. Pass to Green. Houston moving it around. Here's Whitmore. Defended by Butler. Takes it from 10, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Saturday, they'll go up against the Pacers in Indiana. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, here's Rozier. A 17-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia.
And no one on defense could stay in front of him. He continually got pummeled and kept getting back to the stripe.
And the dunk by Smith.
Boy, that is a statement. Smith Jr. taking no prisoners.
Now Butler. Collins trying to break free. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Jimmy Butler.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring the basketball.
Green, no luck. Miami's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Here's Davis. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Down low. Here's Smith. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
And how about the body control from Smith Jr., not allowing the D to overwhelm him.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
Houston making some changes. Tari Eason's checked in for Whitmore. Bryant comes in for Thompson. And it's Harper in for Jalen Green. Collins kicks to Hero. Passes it to Kessler. Rozier with the ball. It's good. Rozier's got 7 points in the game.
Assisted by.
He's a competitor. Even amongst the trees, Rozier has such confidence in his ability to finish.
Eason against Collins. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Eason.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Rozier. Some last season stats for him. He was around 16 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
What I love is he heats up quick because when you're on the second unit, you have no time to mess around.
Now, Hero. And here is Rozier. 5 on the clock. Launches it. Rockets with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. He dishes it to Harper. Here's Bryant. An 11-point game for him in the win against Sacramento. He gets that one. 5 points in the game. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. A 12-point game.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Out to the right wing.
2 minutes.
Shot clock at 5. Driving the lane. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Pushing his way through, Hero wasn't stopping for anything.
Rockets leading by 10. And throughout his career, Steve, as we know, Tyler Hero has never been shy of the big moment. He loves it.
He thrives in games that are tight at the end. His great off-ball movement allows him to find looks, Kevin. Hero isn't afraid of stepping up with the game on the line.
Rozier. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
It's nice to see Rozier being the aggressor, dictating the action, putting the defender on defense.
For Miami, they have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls.
You know, and every year, it just seems like Rozier gets better. You see his drive, the hunger, the desire to keep improving.
He hits both from the stripe. There's 1:17 left in the first half. To the inside. The layup off target. The Heat trail by 8. Here's Collins. It's blocked. Now here is Smith. He's guarded closely. On the wing, Bryant. Smith outside. On the wing, Bryant. He has 5. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one. Collins with it. Six to shoot. Shoots it. Again, the miss by the Heat. Rockets leading by 10. To the paint. Smith inside. Back to Harper. He kicks to Bryant. They shoot again. They get it back. Eason. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love, there was no panic on his part. That's the steady pulse you want in that situation.
And so it's the Houston Rockets, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Tyronn Lue. Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run in transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Houston holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are leading by 12. And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Ball movement was a real factor for them on offense. They played unselfishly with patience. The guys got shots in their favorite spots. When you get those high percentage looks, good things tend to happen.
Looking at Miami, Shaq.
Well, if they haven't given away so many possessions, check this out, Shaq. The score would look different, don't you think? I mean, we can talk about shot selection and defense and all that, but if you keep losing the ball, that matters most.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Amen Thompson has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yes, defensively, what they've done, they funnel people his way and banking on his ability to intimidate.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. On the floor for Miami, Butler out there with Collins. Then there's Terry Rozier. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Van Vliet in at the one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Van Vliet. Following the basket by Jabari Smith. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Butler. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. The Heat in 5th.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Here's Green. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist. Bryant's got 10.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Right side, Collins. Butler in the corner. They need this. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Whitmore's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Green. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
Rozier finds Van Vliet. Outside Collins. Over Smith. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Smith's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Here's Bryant. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Rockets have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And that one falls for Bryant. Here's Van Vliet. Now a timeout called by Miami.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
Thompson, he's checked in for Houston.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Bam Adebayo. Great showing for him last season, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
He was a top 10 rebounder last season for good reason. He's an incredibly intense guy to compete with. And for a full game, too. I mean, just nonstop.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
Forcing the action down low. Green earning a trip to the stripe.
Second team foul.
The Rockets have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Jalen Green.
Free throw good, Green.
And once the G League took it to another level, Green skipped college, became the #2 overall pick of the draft, and that's really changed the landscape.
Both free throws good from Green. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. Pass to Adebayo. Collins kicks to Van Vliet. The pass to Rozier. Just 5 to shoot. To end the drought. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Whitmore's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Pass to Adebayo. Collins against Smith. Collins dishes to Butler. Over Whitmore. Butler, no good.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Here's Green. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Nice game. Great performance by Jabari Smith.
Good decision to regather. Talk it over. Your main concern now is how to slow this guy down on the offensive end.
And the Rockets making a change here. Boozer's checked in. Now here's Van Vliet. Outside Collins. Right side, Butler. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. Carter's got 6 rebounds here tonight. On the wing, Thompson. Shoots a free. And it's John Collins with the rebound. The Heat have gone a paltry 0 of 6 to begin the third quarter. What a terrible start to the half. Now here's Van Vliet. Back to Adebayo. Here's Butler. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And some much-needed offense right there. He ends that fantastic run by the Rockets.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Something I've noticed is how aggressive they've been on driving the basketball. Time and time again, they've turned cracks in the defense into points.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
And for Jimmy Butler, he's the type of player we know, Steve, that fills in the gaps wherever his team needs it.
Kevin, he's often the top scorer, defender, and playmaker for his team. His desire to win is unmatched. Jimmy Butler might be the most overlooked superstar in this league.
The Rockets have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. This is to Butler. Knocked loose. Stolen by Carter. Passes it to Green. Miami grabs the miss. Now Van Vliet. Count it. Van Vliet's got his second basket of the game.
Off the screen, going to work. Van Vliet just puts out so much effort in everything he does.
Thompson, high post. He's got 15. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Green against Van Vliet. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. Had the space there, but it's offline. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA has a 3-pronged approach to globalization. 1 is hosting games on foreign soil. 2, teach youngsters to play through academies and camps. And 3, make broadcasts more accessible via television and the web. The returns? 15% growth year over year for the last decade. And an opportunity, in time, to maybe be the biggest sport on earth. Kevin?
Those are big plans. A lot of competition, but I love the way they think. D.A. thanks. And Thompson gets it to go.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Houston.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
For the Heat.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one.
Bam Adebayo has been fairly solid from the line throughout his career.
A different look for Miami. Walker Kessler comes in for Butler. And Hero subbed in for Rozier. Good on the second free throw. And here is Harper. He has 6. Out to Thompson. Lets it go from deep. And he's good on the 3-ball. Thompson's got 20 points.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
Here's Davis. Back to Van Vliet. Harper with the steal. To the middle. Here's Thompson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper.
The assist.
22 points from Amen Thompson.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Van Vliet with it. Picked up by Thompson. Miami again turning it over.
Rockets ball.
Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. The Heat in second.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoyed playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
Now here's Thompson. 22 points for him. Harper up top. Shoots over Van Vliet. Harper, no good.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off.
Adebayo finds Van Vliet. Back to Adebayo. Makes it off the glass. Adebayo's got 9.
Bam plays with such a high motor. Hard to match his intensity.
Thompson against Hero. Here's Eason. The Rockets with another miss.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally.
Chalk up 2 there. Adebayo's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's up for the challenge. Bam battling on the interior.
Thompson outside. And no good that time. Great D that time from Hero. Back to Van Vliet. Thompson against Hero. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Bryant is checked in for Houston. Offensive rebound. Adebayo.
Ferocious finish. Bam's natural strength is next level.
Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Harper, and he banks in the layup. Harper's got his third basket of the night right there.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Now here's Davis. 14 points for him. Here's Eason. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's Davis. Pass to Hero.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
In the corner, it's Kessler. 5 to shoot.
Rockets foul. Harper.
Jabari Smith is checked in for Boozer.
Third team foul. Onto the floor for your Rockets, Jabari Smith.
.152 left in the third quarter of the game. There's Hero with the 3. No good. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. Outside Harper. He's covered by Kessler. Houston moving the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Bryant. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got rebound number 8 now on the night. 1:12 left in the third. Outside Hero. The Heat with a fresh 14. Kessler with it. Buries it down low. 59 seconds left here in the third quarter. Harper the pass to Smith. Bryant on the wing. Driving inside. Misses the layup.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Nice D from Bryant.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game. I will say this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Hero finds Kessler. Now Adebayo. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hero. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. And so it's the Houston Rockets going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Kevin Porter is out there with Harper. Then it's Smith. Then it's Bryant. And it's Long in at the 5 spot. Here's Harper. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
Outside, Davis. Inside. And the pass to Alexander. And the rejection by Smith. And Davis wide open. He shoots. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. To the inside. Long. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 6 assists now in the game.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Here's Alexander. Miami no good on that time either.
And really, that is why he is feared as a defender. Right in your face on that shot.
Moved his feet, timed it perfectly. That's how you get stops. Love it.
And it's the Rockets on the break.
The defender getting a little over anxious there, but Porter causes that anxiety with his high-level scoring ability.
And Steve, with the way these NBA players can reach out to each other with ease, how much off-court communication do you think is going on?
I think a lot is going on, Kevin. A lot of these players have been playing with each other or against each other from a long time since they were young in AAU. Because of social media and also the internet, it makes the world that much smaller. These guys communicate way more than we did.
First free throw is good.
And one of those guys who fell in the draft the year he came out due to injury. Porter healed up and has taken the league by storm.
And Porter drops them both. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's Alexander. Lopez right side. Here's Wilkins. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Bryant. Here's Porter. And Davis pulls it down. And it's Davis with the ball for the Miami Heat. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Wigginton. Off target from outside. Davis with it. He's picked up by Bryant. Davis kicks to Wilkins. To end the cold streak. Poked away. Porter with the steal. He's got a clear path. Wigginton no good. For Miami, they've gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter here, going 0 for 4 so far. Porter with the steal. Rebound by the Heat. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Down low. Here's Wilkins, and it's sent back by Bryant, and he gets it back. Shot clock at 6. The three from Davis. They get the rebound.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Here's Long. Lopez with the block.
And we have seen Lopez really improve his shot blocking. Adept at using that length to alter shots.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
On the wing, Porter. Over Davis. And Davis sends it back. Players we know get mic'd up now, Steve, so we can get some insight to their talking on the floor or on the bench. How would that have gone over in your day?
Well, you know, Kevin, we got mic'd up. I did not like it. You felt funny having just extra stuff that you had to carry around. But I love to hear the communication that goes on in the game now, sitting on this side.
Here's Wigington after the Heat pick up 2. Here's Alexander. Davis kicks to Alexander. Lopez outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Lopez has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And the range Lopez possesses makes him so dangerous. He's a big that you have to guard at that three-point line.
Here's Long.
And that's miscue number 2 for them tonight. On the whole, they've been doing a great job of taking care of the basketball.
Carter, he's checked in for Houston. Thompson comes in for Porter. Sharch is checked in for the Heat. Rozier comes in for Wilkins. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Here's Alexander. And the foul on Wendell Carter.
Jr.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. First team foul.
He's covered by Boozer. The kick out to Rozier. Just 5 on the clock. That one goes in.
Rozier, the third.
Houston's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Carter dishes to Bryant. They could use a bucket. Miami grabs the miss. Rozier's got 4 rebounds in this game. Davis, the pass to Alexander. So, Steve, you were drafted by the Heat, a young expansion team at the time down in Miami. But if you had to choose, which city would you give an expansion team to right now?
I think Seattle and Las Vegas are at the top of everyone's list. San Diego would be nice because I love to travel there. I love when Vancouver had a team. How about bringing that team back, Kevin?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Alexander. Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And so Green will bring it up for Houston. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. The Heat making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in.
Heat substitution. Fred Van Vliet.
The feed now to Green. On the wing, Thompson. Clock at 6. Yep, it counts. Thompson's got 10 points here in the second half.
And providing the scoreboard they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by the Heat.
And Rozier, here we go. And it's sent back by Carter.
Nice anticipation from Wendell Carter. He keeps himself in position to make defensive plays.
And we know that several active NBA players, Steve, have their own podcasts.
Substitution on the
players now have a direct platform for their voice, and I think they like that.
Yeah, they do. They want to be able to own their own content, want to be able to put out their different stories the way they want to. They want to be in control of everything that has to do with them.
Now, here's Thompson. And here's Bryant for 3. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Collins has got his 5th rebound in this one.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Davis inside, working on Bryant. Miami no good on that time either. Rozier against Thompson. Now Whitmore takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Davis against Bryant. Davis kicks to Van Vliet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from 14. Rockets with the rebound. Whitmore's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Thompson. Whitmore with it. The dish to Green. Takes it inside. Ripped away. On the wing, Rozier. He's covered by Thompson. On the wing, Green. Bryant in the corner. Houston moving the ball around. Good. 26 points from Amen Thompson.
Solid job of moving the ball by Green, setting up a teammate.
Now, here's Rozier. Davis finds Van Vliet. Can they get it? Carter pulls it in.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Outside, Green. Shoots over Van Vliet. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
And that one's good, Whitmore.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
Thompson against Rozier. Over Thompson, and Thompson sends it back.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
Good D by Thompson. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Carter outside. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
The team creates a good look for Carter. His rock-solid mechanics do the rest.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now, here is Davis. It's stolen by Carter. Green deciding where to go with it. Pass to Thompson. Over Rozier. Here's Green. Another shot. He lays it in. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, Green's motor helped him there, outworking the defense to get the ball back and finish.
1:30 left to play in the final quarter. Kicks it to Davis. Will it go? He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Rockets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jabari Smith.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Rockets making a change here. Smith has checked in. The Heat also with a sub. Heroes checked in. And both free throws good for Green. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Van Vliet kicks to Davis. And the rejection by Smith. They retain possession. And here are the Rockets now. They're on a 19-6 run. Ryan against Hero. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
4th team foul. At the line for Houston, Bryant. 2 shots.
First one falls for. Both free throws good for Bryant. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Hero from long range. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. He dishes it to Green. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
See you soon.